This is the 3-chamber breath. The purpose of this breath is to help you gain control over your respiratory muscles and your diaphragm. What we're going to be doing here is focus on intentionally breathing into these chambers. Your first chamber being around your belly button, your belt line, from your pelvic floor up to your belly button. The lowest portion of where you can feel the breath going. The second chamber is going to be from your belly button all the way up to your solar plexus, just encompassing these low rib area, wrapping around to our back. And the third chamber is going to be this upper chest area and back. Now, as you go through this, it's going to be very difficult at first to really feel that you're breathing into these chambers properly and that you're driving the breath exactly where you want to go. But it just takes a little practice, and with some work, you will be able to feel it and feel that you can move your breath into certain areas as you develop a little more mind-body awareness with how you're breathing. So what we're going to do is start. I want you to lie down on your belly with your hands on your forehead like this, your forehead on your hands. So in that prone position, belly down. This gives you a little feedback when you can breathe into those chambers. So just start by taking 3 controlled breaths in through your nose, out through your nose. Just watching your breath go right now. See if you can breathe all the way down your spine and all the way back up it. Just trying to feel your breath engulf each of those chambers. Slowly in through the nose, slowly out through the nose. Now I want you to focus on just breathing into that lower portion around your belly button. See if you can even drive it below, all the way down into your belly, your pelvis. Just inhaling slowly through the nose, exhaling slowly out. Somewhat of a relaxed exhale right now. Now I want you to increase the tension in your body a little bit and really try to forcefully draw air into that lower belly portion and not letting it seep up into the second and third chamber. Just keeping it all down low. And on the exhale, contracting that pelvic floor, trying to squeeze those low ab muscles, pulling them off of the floor. But just that low ab portion. See if you can keep it just in that area. And on your inhale, try to lock down your upper core and your chest so the air doesn't come into that, and just forcefully drawing it down into that low belly. And on the exhale, squeezing that pelvic floor, bringing your low abs off of the floor. One more time, driving it down into our low belly. And then exhaling out, really squeezing that pelvic floor and all those low abs, just pulling the air out. Trying to wring it all the way out. On your next inhale, focus on into that mid-belly section. From your belly button, up your ribs, right to your chest. Just this time, just seeing if you can get it there slowly in through the nose, slowly out of the nose. We'll try 3 breaths, inhaling, somewhat of a relaxed exhale. Just seeing how the sensation you get trying to inhale into this second chamber. Is it easier than the first? Is it harder? We're all different. And our bodies react differently to our breath. Once you've done a few inhales and exhales into that area, we're going to add a little bit more tension this time. This time you're kind of locking down your lower abs and your chest and seeing if you can just breathe into that middle portion. Really probably feel your ribs expanding sideways laterally when you do this. And your mid-belly pushing into the floor. And on the exhale, I want you to squeeze your ribs together this time. And your upper abs, pulling those upper abs off of the floor. Exhaling out all of the air. Inhaling back in just that portion, feeling those ribs expand laterally. Your belly pushing back into the floor. Feel your mid-back filling up. And on the exhale, squeezing those ribs together. Squeezing those abs, the mid-belly off of the floor. Keep squeezing, get it all out. One more breath. And on the inhale, letting it all come back in. Just into that second chamber. Filling all the way up, belly's back on the floor. Ribs are expanded and you feel that air coming into that mid-back. And on the exhale, squeezing it all in. Squeezing those ribs, pulling those abs off the floor. And getting all the air out of your body. Now, we're going to inhale, focusing on just the upper chest. We're going to do 3 relaxed inhales and exhales first, just seeing what it feels like. Is it harder? It might be harder to get in here, in this upper portion of your chest. If you've been focusing on diaphragmatic belly breathing for a long time, breathing into that upper chest can be difficult. If you've been somewhat of a chest breather, it could be easier. Just how does it feel? How does it compare to the first and second chambers? Just make a little mental note. So on our next inhale, I want you locking down all your low abs and core and just breathing into that upper portion of your chest. Really feel your chest expanding, your chest pressing into the floor, your upper back filling with air. Keep going. Really feeling all the way up in that area, that upper chest. And on your exhale, squeezing those upper ribs together. Even try to pull your chest off of the floor. Squeezing in your pecs, you can bring your chest off the floor on that exhale, getting all the air out. Inhaling in, let it fill all the way up, but just in that upper chest region. Don't let any down into your belly. We're going to stay here right now. You feel all the expansion, kind of like you have a beach ball up there. And squeezing in your chest muscles, your upper ribs, squeezing that chest off of the floor, bringing that sternum off the floor, getting all the air out. And one more breath, filling that whole upper chest region and back with air. Feel the ribs separating up there. Just slowly filling all the way up. And when you're all the way full, really contracting and squeezing in those ribs, the chest, and getting all the air out. Now I want you to just resume normal breathing, letting your breath go wherever it would like. Just check in with your body. How do you feel? Do you feel different than when you first laid down? Do you feel a little more open? Where were you holding tension during those breaths? And as you go through this program and you do this 3-chamber breath more often, notice how you change. Notice how it becomes easier to breathe into certain portions. And if you're struggling with it, that's okay. Most people do. It takes some work to build this mind-body connection back. But just give it a little bit of time and it'll come.